International Trade Secretary Liz Truss has said that MPs could resist free trade agreements by rejecting relevant laws and passing motions to halt their progress. The International Trade Secretary says that Parliament is entirely able to block post-Brexit trade deals. This is despite warnings from Conservative MPs that their counterparts in Washington and Brussels will have more say. However, ministers say they would not drop a ban on chlorinated chicken and that any deals must protect our NHS. Britain is currently chasing deals with the United States, Japan and the European Union. Senior Tories have demanded specific votes on future accords. However, International Trade Secretary Liz Truss, who flew to Washington at the weekend for talks, said that MPs were already free to block the ratification of pacts. Last week, she said, "It's an important principle that Parliament can block a given free trade agreement." She said this can be done through the Constitutional Reform and Governance Act process. She added, "It's entirely possible for Parliament to block any free trade deal. In addition, Parliament could also not vote for the domestic legislation, any domestic legislation required as well. Parliament is entirely able to do that if it does not support a given free trade agreement. The Constitutional Reform and Governance Act does not provide binary votes on treaties. However, MPs can stymie ratification by passing opposition motions." Ms. Truss said Britain will be at pretty much the same level as Canada, in terms of Parliament's ability to scrutinise pacts. However, she said Britain will have stronger system of checks and balances than Australia and New Zealand. Ms. Truss said that she was in her job to get a good deal for Britain. The International Trade Secretary said she wants a deal that will benefit British farmers, business, and consumers. She said, "I don't want to strike a deal that is not going to command the support of Parliament, but there is that check and balance in the system that Parliament can block the ratification of a free trade deal." This comes after Jonathan Johnogly, a former Conservative Justice Minister, launched an unsuccessful attempt to ensure that all trade agreements faced a parliamentary vote before they were signed last month.